So have you noticed how insanely fast 5.6 eats up your usage? Think about it. What model are you on? What reasoning effort are you using? Did you just start using it without even checking what changed in the latest Codex update? I mean, on 5.5, I basically never hit my limit, but day one with 5.6, I maxed out my usage completely. So I dug around to figure out why 5.6 is such a usage hog. And I found 3 simple tricks that actually work. Just a few small tweaks and you can use 5.6 all day without hitting your limits, while staying on a solid model tier. First one, pick the right model. Now which model and F combo is the sweet spot? I'll be straight with you, it's 5.6 so high. Why? Let's take a look at the benchmark sites. Normally, I don't really care about benchmark scores, those paper stats are whatever. But this one's actually useful. It puts the model through real tasks, fix a bug, build a small product, makes them do the work, and then measure success rates. That's basically how we use these models anyway. So I pick 5.6 so at low reasoning effort, it has 45% chance of completing the task successfully. Bump it up to medium, and that jumps to 61. At high, it reaches 69%, another solid 8 point gain over medium. But going from high to X high only gets you 2 more points from 69% to 71. That improvement is barely noticeable. Then from X high to top tier max, also called ultra, you gain just another 2 points to 73%. Meanwhile, the cost per completed task jumps a lot. That's almost double. So max is just not worth it. You're spending a lot more money without getting much of a boost in success rates. Overall, high is clearly the sweet spot. Why? Just look at the slope of the curve. A steeper slope means you gain a lot of success rates without adding too much cost. The first 2 sections are both pretty steep, but from high to X high and then to max, the curve flattens out. In other words, you are paying a lot more for only a tiny improvement. So for the Soul model, high is the best here. Okay, now let's look at Terra, the mid-tier model. We'll just take a quick look at Terra Max. Its success rate is barely the same as Soul High, but its cost quite a bit more, so the value is terrible. Now let's look at Luna. At the lowest reasoning effort, Luna's success rate is extremely low, and even at its highest setting, it still doesn't beat Soul High. Sure, it's a little cheaper than Soul High, but I don't think the trade-off makes sense. I'd rather just stick with Soul High. So here's the takeaway. Do what I do, use 5.6 Soul High for your daily work. Best value across the board. If you are running low, drop to Soul Medium. Anything lower, just skip it. Quality is not there. That's a model set. But here's a more direct tip. Never turn on fast mode. People don't realize what fast mode is. It's basically a luxury tax. You're paying extra because you have usage to burn. Fast mode gives you 1.5x faster responses, but it burns usage at 2.5x. The speed you get and the usage you pay is totally out of whack. I tried it for a while, and honestly, the benefits mostly in your head. It takes the edge off waiting anxiety. Actual productivity boost, tiny. So save fast mode for when you got usage to burn. Now those 2 tips will save you a good bit of usage, but it's still not enough by itself. Codex got rid of that 5-hour rate limit. And I've already seen a bunch of people saying they burned through an entire week's usage in just 1 day. Probably using a medium tier too. That's definitely not using it freely. So here's the real question. Why does 5.6 burn usage so fast? The biggest difference between 5.6 and 5.5 is turning into a marathon runner. It wants to finish the whole task before coming back to you. It plans, edits files, runs tests, read failures, retries, just looping on its own. Yes, it needs less input from you, but the problem is, by the time it's finished one task, your usage is just gone. If the results were amazing, sure, take that trade, but honestly, a lot of times it's not what I wanted and the usage is gone. That's the annoying part. Right now, 5.6 feels like that coworker who's way too confident, taking on too much. Not letting me step in, just trying to show off. What actually works for me is work with the model step by step, checking as you go. You'll get better results faster and use way less. So here's what I do now. Set stopping points. Tell Codex to add a line. Like break big tasks into stages, stop after each stage, and wait for me before continuing. You can literally spell out the steps. Goal 1, just research. Goal 2, just plan a solution. Goal 3, just implement one feature, and so on. Wait till each stage is done, then decide if the next one starts. That gives you a reliable stopping point. This is super effective. Quick recap. For model, so high is your best bet, with medium as a backup. Skip fast mode is just a luxury tax. And set stopping points so the model stays grounded. Combine that with usage research cards, and you can run Codex without ever stressing about limits. Alright, I'm at Chen, and I share practical AI tips and products here. If this helped you, I'll see you next time.